For more discussion about these rising concerns in the sport, we want to welcome Nicole Arciello, Executive Director from Horseracing Wrongs. That's a nonprofit group committed to ending horse racing here in the U.S. I didn't realize my co-anchor right now has far more horse experience than I do, so only appropriate you ask the first question.
All right. Well, Nicole, welcome to Morning Rush. We appreciate it, and we appreciate what you're doing. And, you know, your website says you want to end the, quote, cruel and deadly horse racing industry in the U.S. Okay, it's a lot of money in this sport. There's millions of dollars invested. We know there's international investors. You know, a lot of the horses that run the Derby or run the trifecta are owned by big companies, corporations overseas. So what is the realistic view of ending horse racing here in the country?
Getting the word out. It's letting people know that horse racing is inherently cruel, it's inherently deadly, and horses have been dying throughout for over 150 years. The only difference is now they've been suffering in silence and dying unnoticed, but now we're exposing it for what it is. They can't stop the killing, and they know it.
Realistically, then, to Holly's point, that there's a level of money and interest every year. Kentucky Derby, huge thing. People get into all the big races of the year, and when something's that popular and something makes that much money, it's hard to govern, it's hard to regulate, it's hard to change. Concussions in the NFL are awful, and players have committed suicide, so science can study their brains. Things get so bad. But those stadiums are packed every Sunday. How will your battle be any different?
Well, horse racing is in decline, and actually horse racing is in so much trouble that 75% of horse racing in America is propped up by taxpayer subsidies. So people are changing, some sensibilities are changing. So outside of that Triple Crown, people aren't visiting the track. People aren't, they're changing the way that they are entertained. They're changing the way they're gambling. There's human sports to gamble on. There's other ways to be entertained without contributing to animal abuse and the killing of horses in the process.
Let's talk about some of the regulation, because there are some storied trainers, and the one that comes to mind is Bob Baffert, probably one of the most winningest, the most famous trainers in the country, perhaps even in the world. He's had 30 horses fail drug tests. He's had multiple horses die. Was it the 2021 Medina Spirit died at Santa Ana after winning the Derby. He has been suspended, he has been fined, and he fights back, and yet he is still training. So where is the regulation, and can this sport really be regulated if you've got one person who they know, for instance, has breached all of all regulations? They can't even stop him from racing horses.
Well, first, Bob Baffert is no better or no worse than any other trainer in horse racing. This is not a trainer problem. It's not a drug problem. It's not a track problem. Horses are dying because it's inherent to this industry. As for regulation, there's no regulation. Each state, each racing commission regulates itself, and HISA is an answer to drugs, and it's window dressing. So there's no regulation. We see when they closed down Churchill to do this investigation to find out why 12 horses were killed in a month, and they came up with no answer. So they do all the window dressing, they get it out there, and they try to say that we're going to do something, but time and time again, these investigations come out with nothing. So, you know, it's 2,000 horses are dying on American tracks each year, and there's nothing they can do about it. There's no oversight, there's no safety reform, there's no way they can stop this, and the industry knows that.
Well, and you know, if a drug is causing heart attacks in people, the FDA is going to pull that drug. The government will not let something dangerous go to market. We know that these horses are having heart attacks, and a lot of that is related to the drugs that they're given. So why don't they just ban these drugs, for instance, since we say we don't know what's causing it, but it's not natural for so many horses to have heart attacks on a race course?
They could ban every drug that they could think of, but you're still you're training horses at 18 months old, racing them at 2, that's years before their bodies are fully developed. When we do our necropsy, when we do our FOIA results, FOIA requests at the end of the year, we see in the states that give us detailed information, we see horses that are 4, 3, and 2 years old suffering chronic conditions like osteoarthritis and degenerative joint disease. So, you know, the killing is built into the system, and we're not talking about yet the confinement, the whipping of horses with a human on their back, the bits, the nose chains, the lip chains, all these tools of cruelty, and this confinement of horses in stalls for 23 hours a day. All of this contributes to animal cruelty. All of this contributes to the killing of horses. It's not going to change. We've started compiling this information almost 10 years ago, and our numbers, the kills at American tracks, haven't changed in almost 10 years. And this is peppered through those years with safety reforms and promises of safety measures, and the Jockey Club coming back with their numbers, which their numbers are missing a lot of information. So it's 6 horses are dying on American tracks each day, and there's nothing the industry can do to stop it. They are trying, or maybe they're not trying, but there's still nothing they can do to stop it. It's just part of the industry.
It's not an industry I follow, but this has been remarkably eye-opening. Not quite sure I'll see another race on television and look at it the same way after this interview. Nicole, thank you so much for giving us some time and some passion on this issue. The other side is so important. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much.